Great, let's go get started. My name is Stan Cito. I'm a senior solution architect here at Blueshift. Thanks for joining me today in our demo series. I want to start off by doing a quick poll, just to better understand, like based on, where shelters in place has taken place, just trying to understand, what are the expectations of customers? Like, are they expecting more from the marketers? Are they expecting less? Is it any different? Love to get a little bit of a take in terms of what customer expectations are. So I'll give it a minute, see what people are voting on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and share the results after that. Okay, great. Let me go ahead and stop this. Let me share the results. Yeah, so as you see, like, especially with everyone being in place, being at home, checking their phones, checking their emails, people are expecting, and marketers and customers expecting things to be more relevant. They're expecting things that are, more faster response. And obviously, because of the economy, people are more conscious. And again, that's a great segue into our discussion today. So today we're going to talk about how we can use your data, how we can activate your data, and how we can use real-time data, whether it's on the website or your mobile app, to drive faster and smarter and more automated campaigns with one-to-one personalized content that really results in higher engagement and conversions. So let's go ahead and this is the agenda I put in place. In this case, we'll start off by going a quick introduction to Blueshift. For many of you, this may be the first time getting introduced to Blueshift. We'll spend the majority of the time in the platform, so we'll spend about 20 minutes on the platform, and we'll go through any Q&A. So if you have any questions along the way, definitely put the question in the Q&A box, and we'll take a look at those at the end of the webinar. So again, for many of you, Blueshift may be new. So just a quick overview about Blueshift. Blueshift provides a Smart Hub CTP platform that helps brand intelligently scale customer engagement on every channel powered by our AI machine learning technology. So as you can see here, we work with a lot of different companies and different verticals, whether it's PayPal, LendingTree in the finance space, Discover Media in the media space, Tough and Needle that has both online and offline store. Go Health is one of our customers in the healthcare space, and we have a lot of e-commerce customers such as Groupon, Slickdeal. And backed by some of the top leading VCs, Blueshift has been recognized by a number of leading research and advisory firms such as Gartner and Forrester's. And our platform has also been voted and validated by our customers as a leading in the CDP and marketing automation space in G2 Crowd. And as you see on the top right-hand corner, we're also ensure the security of our clients' data so that our clients can sleep peacefully at night, knowing that we are always ahead of the curve in terms of compliance and meeting local regulations, whether it's CCPA here in California, GDPR in Europe. We also comply with HIPAA for healthcare, and we also are SOX 2 compliant for our enterprise customers. Let's quickly go through what our Smart Hub CTP does. So as a Smart Hub CTP, it becomes a central hub of your marketing stack. It needs to ingest all the data across all your different data sources, whether it's on the web, on the mobile app, and other channels that you may have. And to make that data smarter, unify that data so that we can start creating insights and prediction around data so that marketers can start acting on it and orchestrating that in any number of ways. Whether it's through email, mobile channels such as SMS, text, and mobile app, such as in-app and push, offline channels such as direct mail, pay media channels such as Google Ads and Facebook custom audience, and also OTT such as OTT Dexbox. And just as well, be able to have the flexibility of pushing that data to your own ecosystem to drive either higher sales online or offline, pushing the performance data to your BI solutions such as Looker and Tableau so you can do holistic campaign performance across the entire company, or for those people that are likely to churn, provide the insight to your customer support center so they can follow up on that. So take a deeper dive into the Smart Hub CTP. At the very core, our CTP allows you to collect the data and build a 360-degree profile across all your various data sources. We make that data very actionable so that marketer can start creating very targeted segmentation around that. In terms of scalability, we can take in your various data sources. There isn't a lot of data modeling that needs to evolve. We're based on NoSQL. What that means is we can start adopting your data. So as you send us more data, the data becomes available within the platform that your marketers can take action on. As a hub, it becomes a single end-to-end solution that allows your marketer to reach your customers in the channel that makes most sense, whether it's email, digital email, or mobile channels such as SMS and push and in-app, or other channels such as direct mail, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, or other experimental channels that you want to try. And as a Smart Hub CTP, we have to make the jobs easier for the marketer by being able to automate that and making accessible the AI machine learning, so that you can create smarter and more engaging content, sending them at the right time that they are most engaged in, and also the right next channel. So let's take a look at how we can do this. So Blueshift takes your first-party data across all your different various data sources, both known and anonymous data, and we start creating a profile, in this case, Eric Chen. And we also continue to enhance that data. Blueshift uses AI to make prediction around your customers, such as identifying what's the likelihood to make a purchase. In this case, Eric has a 91% chance of making a purchase. What content to recommend, in this case, sweatshirts. What is the best time to send to them, in this case, 6 p.m. And also identifying the right channel, whether it's email, web, social ad, SMS, in-app, etc. By looking at all this data, now marketers can start creating one-to-one engaging personalized campaign across all these various channels. But that's not all. We automatically feed that data in real time back into our system so that we continue to optimize and learn and make better predictions. And we do that at scale for the Eric Chens of the world, for the Samantha, for the Sam, and also for the Ericas. So let's go ahead and now take a deeper dive, go into the platform. Let's kind of walk through this process. So again, it really starts with the data. So you're looking here at the Blueshift Commerce website. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and create a profile here. I just created a profile. Give me a second here. So if I go into the profile here, actually, let's go to the one that I already have. The profile gets created, and as I actually go into the profile, and let me go back to the profile here. I'm gonna log back in as and as I browse and peruse different products, in this example here, maybe I'm looking at new home theater system as I'm upgrading my home theater environment. And here in this case, maybe I'm looking at a Philips home theater. I'm also looking at LG. I'm also looking at this Logitech. As I'm going through this and I'm adding things to cart, we're actually automatically tracking that data. This one's a little too expensive. In this case, so let's go ahead and add this to the cart. But actually, based on the price range, I'll just go with the Logitech. If I go back to the platform here and I refresh this, we're getting the information in real time. So the Logitech home theater system, the LG, and the Philips were the one I just recently saw. I added those two in cart and also removed this. So we're actually getting a full real-time results based on not only creating a profile, but also getting all that data in real time. And again, we're tracking all that data, whether someone viewed a product, they added a product, we're tracking all this information in real time. Let's take a look at how we can now start taking action on this and basically do one-on-one recommendation. So I'm gonna go into the recommendation module, and I'm gonna go ahead and easily create a recommendation based on the add to cart. We'll call this abandoned cart cross-sell. This is going to be based on someone adding something to the cart. I'm going to say within the last 2 days. We're removing anyone who's purchased in the last 2 days here. And as you see here, automatically in real time, we're replaying and getting all the products that Stan has added to cart or viewed, added to cart and removed. I can start using our machine learning AI through what we call collaborative filtering, similar to what you would see on Amazon. Someone who bought this will also buy this. Someone who viewed this will also view this. In this example here, I'm going to say, look at those people who've added to cart in the last 2 days. And simply by choosing, and this could be completely customized based on the client's needs, I'm going to look at recommend next best product based on what they viewed in terms of what they want to purchase. And I can even do things where I can backfill. So let's say, for example, there's certain products where there aren't a lot of products in the same category, and there may not be enough products to recommend. So this is where we can leverage the backfill, which is looking at the aggregate across all the users and surfacing the top performing products, whether it's viewed, sold, maybe just adding new products. Example here, let's go take a look and backfill with top selling products. So again, on the right-hand side, you can see exactly the products being recommended for Stan. I can change this to another profile. These are other products to recommend. And another product to recommend. Now let's take a look at how we can use these one-to-one recommendation to personalize in an email template. Go into email template here. Let's take a look at the abandoned cart email that I created earlier. Here, I'm going to apply the recommendations. I'm going to go ahead and apply the recommendation I just created. I'll go ahead and save it, and I'm going to preview it. So you can see here, in this case, this person will have these specific products based on what he added to cart, and here's some recommended products. Go ahead and change this for another user. As you see here, it's dynamic and actually created what he's added to cart and also recommend other different products. So next, let's take a look at how you can use this sort of both recommendation and basically this abandoned cart and create abandoned cart series. So we'll go into the campaign here. Go ahead and create an event, what we call an event trigger campaign. I'll call this abandoned cart series. And this one is going to be triggered based on the add to cart event. My first step here, I'm going to add an email here, add an abandoned cart email. Maybe I want to do a little bit of A/B testing to figure out which sort of subject line performs better. So instead of you left a few items, I'm going to say your items are still available, still interested. I'm going to do a 50-50 split. So here I'm just doing a simple abandoned cart with an A/B split here. Next step here, I can take this a step further and go ahead and say, you know what, let me go ahead and send this follow-up email. I'm going to send it 2 days later. I'm only going to send the follow-up email if they view the last email. And I'm going to take a step further. Using our machine learning AI, we're going to split the path. So for those people that has a lower propensity to make a purchase, people in the bottom 75%, I'll send them a follow-up email with a 15% discount with a higher discount. Similarly, I can send a follow-up email 2 days later for the top 25%. So in this case, they view the previous email. I'm going to use our predictive score. And for those people in the top 25%, 75 to 100, these are people with a high propensity to make a purchase. There's no need to offer them a 15% discount. And for these people, I can offer them a 5% discount. So this is a great way to be proactive and leveraging the intelligence of the platform, understanding whether the person is more likely to buy. And rather than giving every person a 15% discount, we can offer a 15% discount for those people who are less likely to buy. And for those people who are more likely to buy, we'll offer them 5%. So you can maximize and basically increase your margin for every single order. But that's not all. So let's say, for example, email is not working. This is where we can start introducing a multi-channel, omni-channel strategy. So in this example here, we'll go ahead and send a push. If they download their app, I'm gonna send it 2 days later. And I'm only gonna send a push if they have not viewed the previous email. And I'm only send this to push to them if their affinity, the channel affinity that they engage on is most likely to be pushed. And as you see here, we can also make the push very dynamic and leverage the same recommendation you saw in the email and apply it in your push notification. So as someone perusing this push notification, see the exact product they want, click on it, it will take them to a deep link directly to the product page. And so lastly, if SMS is the right channel, I can go ahead and click on SMS here, send this 2 days later, check they have not viewed it. In this example here, I'm gonna check that the channel affinity for them, this person, is SMS. And then I'll go ahead and send the SMS trigger. And so just quick review of what we just saw. It's quick two-step abandoned cart. The first one, this is based on event trigger, based on the add cart event. We're doing A/B split based on subject line, testing different subject lines to see which of the two variants perform better. Then we take a step further for those people who have engaged in the second email. We'll split the path. And for those people who are less likely to make a purchase, we'll send them a 15% discount. For those people who are likely to make a purchase anyway, we'll offer them a 5% discount so that you're increasing your overall margin by 10%. And if email is not resonating, we could either send them a push or an SMS based on their channel affinity, whether they're more likely to engage in push or likely to engage in SMS. So how do we measure to figure out these types of campaigns performing better? This is where we get into the insight reporting. This is our reporting module. And we have 12 pre-built best practice report. Our customers can take these best practice, customize them based on their specific need. Let's take a look quickly at the top performing campaign report that I just created. And as you see here, just in this example here, I'm looking at based on click to open rate. We can see, based on report here, the abandoned cart and the welcome series post-purchase, these are more real-time events. Campaigns perform better than your sort of typical batch and blast, weekly newsletter, and others. And you can easily, within our platform, to adjust and slice and dice the data. So in this example here, I'm doing click to open rate, but it could be based on looking at clicks, looking at, maybe the number of orders. You can slice and dice the information here based on different sort of time frame. And you can also group them. In this example, looking at top performing campaign, but maybe I want to look at top performing channel. go into channel and see sort of the different results. Let's go back to the presentation here. So as you saw here, a lot of customers are using platform to drive one-to-one recommendation to send the right message at the right time with the right content. We recently did a benchmark study around 15 billion events across all our customers. We came up with 4 really key results. The first one is we found out that there's almost a 500% increase in terms of using real-time event email trigger versus typical batch and blast, as you saw with the cart abandoned series. What's even more staggering, as you start looking at the result, is that because of during this time where everyone's on the phone, they're looking at their push messages or constantly on their phone. Customers have realized that if they start using real-time triggers, or especially mobile, whether it's push or in-app, they're getting a 3x increase versus email in terms of engagement and conversion. In terms of using one-to-one recommendation, for those customers that are using a recommendation to personalize the content, they're seeing about 116% increase versus using static content. And lastly, it's no longer enough to do a single channel, whether it's email or SMS. It's almost imperative to be able to use an omni-channel cross-channel strategy. And you see here, by using an omni-channel cross-channel strategy versus single channel, they saw an increase of 283% conversion. Let's take a look at the Q&A, see if there's any question. Feel free to put any questions you have based on either what I presented or what I demoed. There's a couple of questions I see here. So how quickly and how real time does data flow from the different data sources to Blueshift? That's a great question. We give a number of ways to integrate into our platform. We have a robust REST APIs. We have a JavaScript tag that you can place on your website to track data. We also have a mobile SDK that applies for both Android and iOS. But in summary, in general, we can get data into our system in under a sub-second. Second question I saw here, we don't have a really huge catalog, such as e-commerce. Would recommendations still work, and will it still be applicable to us? It's a great question. Yeah, a lot of customers obviously take advantage of recommendation based on their large catalog, but we also have a lot of customers that just has 20 or 30 different products, maybe 20, 30 different SKUs. And they still use our platform to drive the right offer or the right recommendations, rather than manually going there and swapping out the images or swapping the offer on a weekly basis. So obviously, with customers that have a large catalog, it definitely makes it easier and is more applicable. But for those customers that are using less of our catalog or has a smaller catalog, they still can take advantage of it. A question I see here is all that marketing material, email template, multi-channel, etc., hosted within the Blueshift CTP. Can Blueshift work with external campaign platform? Yes, we can. So the data would have to sit into our platform in terms of having the AI predictive and intelligence. If you're also working with external campaign platform, like one of the legacy marketing cloud, we have what we call Cloud App that allows you to push that data into those platforms. So obviously we can do all the execution, email execution, but if you already have an existing external campaign platform that will be performing the execution, we can integrate with those. And that's through our Cloud App, what we call Cloud App framework. And the last question is, what channels do you support? Do you support offline channels such as direct mail? And the short answer is yes, we support both email, SMS, in-app, push. We also do web personalization on the website, so we can personalize the experience on the website as someone's coming in. And as you saw, as I described, how we can integrate with external campaign platform with our Cloud App, that same Cloud App platform allows us to integrate with direct mail partners such as Lob, and also other sort of messaging platforms such as Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp. Again, thank you for your time. Thanks for spending the last 30 minutes with us. If you're interested, want to do a more customized demo based on your specific requirement, definitely go to the website, go to blueshift.com/customer-demo, and we'll contact you. Someone from our team will contact you, get more information, can schedule up the follow-up call. One thing to point out, we're really excited. We just got announced, this was announced yesterday, and we were named the best overall marketing automation platform by MarTech Breakthrough Awards. And we're chosen over 2,000 companies based on a couple of criteria around innovation and revolutionizing a new market. So definitely check that out. And if you're interested in other upcoming webinars, definitely go to our events page on our website. So I think one last question, which I'll take since I have a couple of minutes. So what's a differentiator of Blueshift from solutions such as SAP Qualtrics? So SAP Qualtrics, I'm not an expert on that. They're more a survey, so we can integrate. They're a survey platform. I'm not quite sure. I'm not familiar enough with them in terms of their sending and orchestration. Typically, we would work with an SAP Qualtrics or a SurveyMonkey in terms of applying and feeding the sort of survey information back into our system so that we can use that information for targeting and whatnot. Same thing with SurveyMonkey. A lot of customers also would use, like integrate with either Qualtrics or something like SurveyMonkey in terms of using the information, the survey information as part of the message, and have basically send that out, and then we will track that information and track that data. So maybe if you want to elaborate in terms of specific around the what you're expecting around the differentiation between Qualtrics and us, we can definitely I can definitely try to chime in here. Great. Thanks again for the time. I appreciate the time. We look forward to you joining us at the next webinar. And until then, have a great rest of the week.